Right, it's about time we explain what's going on. So I wanted to do a very quick update video. Now I'm hoping this video is not long at all. I just wanted to put this one out there because I haven't posted since the show day in Scotland. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, or maybe you do and you just didn't see any of the like updates I did on there about the whole situation, then this is a little rundown. And I'm gonna make a long story very short here to avoid repeating myself. To be honest, I'm very tired of just telling this story because it angers me the more I think about it, about what happened. But essentially, after that Scotland show, we drove home. We drove back from Scotland to Leeds. It was about 4.5 to 5 hours. Had a great weekend. Obviously, the show was fucking wicked. Really enjoyed myself. Performed well. Got the placings. Got the wins. Fucking love it. Brilliant. We got home to a mains pipe in our house had burst essentially while we were away in our upstairs ensuite bathroom, which was then leaking out hot water. This was to no fault of our own, no fault of anyone else's. It's a freak accident. Leaking out hot water for anywhere up to 48 hours. This then led to obviously our floor being completely soaked, ruining like everything in that bedroom. So like the bed was just fucking moldy and ruined. A lot of the clothes that were on the floor, like the washing baskets and the dirty clothes, like the room was a bit of a mess anyway because we just packed all our shit to go to Scotland. Um, and all the condensation that built up just fucking dampened everything. This then also led to the whole of the ceiling, because of all the hot water that was leaking for that long, the whole of the ceiling to downstairs had fallen in, and then crushed everything downstairs. So we lost about 90% of everything we own, myself and Lucy, which is shit. Um, TV, sofa, our walking pad, like treadmill thing that we just got, um, the like coffee table, like everything was fucked, right? It was awful. It was really bad. And bear in mind, when we got back, I was meant to be 2 weeks out from Sweden pro qualifier at that time. So the timing of it couldn't have been worse. It wouldn't have been good at any time, but it couldn't have been worse, right? For me. And at that point, we kind of went into quick survival mode of like, we didn't really have time to feel sorry for ourselves. It was like, right, we need a plan. What do we do? Called our landlord. They came over. They were like, yeah, you kind of can't live here now. Um, Sick. We were like, okay, it's fine. We've got insurance, contents insurance. We're good. We're fine. We'll figure this out. We booked ourselves into a travel lodge around the corner. Whilst we tried to figure everything out, fast food a few days, still in the travel lodge, using this mini fridge here in the travel lodge, um, and a microwave to like cook pre-prepped meals because I'm still on prep at this point. And we then find out that we don't have insurance. The only insurance we had was for the fixtures of the house if our dog was to like chew on the staircase banister or the skirting boards or whatever. That was the insurance we got. We got the most basic, cheap, simple insurance ever just to keep our landlord happy. So we didn't actually end up protecting any of our own stuff. So everything we lost properly, and we got nothing for it, right? So that is shit. At that point, we had been in this travel lodge for maybe 5 or 6 days at this point. Then we found that out, and that was kind of like the last little bit of hope we were hanging on to, was like the insurance payout that we could get from this, that could help us find somewhere new to live. But no, that wasn't the case. So we actually managed to find somewhere, which I'm in right now. Obviously, this happened a couple of weeks ago. We found this place. We came and viewed it, and on the day we were like, look, we explained to the estate agent like, this is our situation. We kind of need this house like now because we can't afford to keep paying for this hotel because it was like 70, 80 pounds a night. We ended up paying basically what we would have paid for half a month's worth of rent in the hotel that we did. Sorry, in the hotel that we would have paid for the other house in fucking 9 days, which was, and again, that's money that we didn't really have at the time because everything had kind of just happened and fallen out of, well, fallen down the fucking toilet essentially. So throughout this whole thing, I'm thinking like I'm still prepping. I'm still able to cook my meals and well, cook pre-cooked chicken in a fucking microwave. and veg and shit like that. So I'm still in the mindset of prepping. I was still going to cardio. There was a Pure Gym around the corner from the hotel. And all of this, and then all of a sudden it kind of caught up to me, and I was like, look, I'm now probably a couple of days out from Sweden. We need to fly to Sweden soon, and we hadn't even moved into this new house yet. So I called Tom and I was like, look, I can't do this show, can't go to Sweden. Let's just focus on the PCA universe. And then he was like, yeah, that's understandable. It's a bit of a shame, and understandably, but it makes the most sense. And then within, I'd say a couple of hours from then, but it was probably the next day, I was then thinking, like, I really sat down and thought to myself, I was like, what am I doing? Why am I prioritizing a prep over, like, what's happened in my life right now? Like, everything we just owned, we've lost. We were technically homeless. We didn't have anywhere to live yet. This place wasn't secured for us yet. We were really, really struggling. And I was there thinking about fucking competing on stage. No. So I actually called James Hollingshead, as I wanted kind of advice from someone who'd been through many, many years of high level competitiveness, and also himself this season took a step back after a couple shows because he had other things going on. Kind of wanted to see what his thought process was, and he completely understood where I was coming from, and really actually settled my mind on making the decision to pull prep. And he didn't tell me to, he just kind of let me speak my thoughts and let me confirm it, and just having him understand it and be like, yeah, I agree, really confirmed in my head. I was like, right, cool. I've got nothing to fucking prove to anyone. Let me fucking sort my life out. Called Tom, told Tom. He was like, I understand. That's fine. He's been really supportive. James has been really supportive. Lucy's been really fucking supportive through the whole time. Like, she was saying, like, if you decide to prep, like, I'm supporting you, that's fine. If you don't decide to prep, I'm supporting you, that's fine. You haven't let anyone down by doing this, like. And that was a lot of the thought process going through my head, was like, I'm letting people down, which obviously isn't the case. I did feel more like I was letting myself down because, you know, I couldn't do the first show of the season because I was in hospital. Then I had to do Scotland, and then I was meant to go to Sweden. Then I was meant to do the PCA Universe. We had 4 shows planned. I did 1, and that didn't feel great. But obviously, with everything happening in the external, it just wouldn't make sense. So, yeah, that's like a very, very quick update. We obviously managed to move into this house, and we're still getting settled here. Still kind of struggling. Well, we're still struggling a lot to rebuild our life because of the massive fucking setback this has caused, financially as well as mentally and emotionally. Like, genuinely, because of that whole, like, fight or flight mode of, one, I was still kind of thinking I'm prepping, so I wasn't really focused on feeling the emotions that was happening at the time. And 2, it was like, right, well, we need to sort this, otherwise we don't have somewhere to sleep tonight. So then once we did get into this house, it was like, it kind of all hit me and Lucy at the same time, where we were just like, fuck. Like, we just lost our house. We've just lost so much of our shit that we owned. That's horrible. That's a nasty, nasty feeling. And it's like, it's really, really caught up to us, especially because we kind of put it off. We put off feeling those feelings for that period of time. So that's yeah, but we're digging ourselves out of this hole. We're trying our best, and we will be fine. Like, we're fine. It's just a setback, we'll say. But yeah, so that's obviously a life update. When it comes to a bodybuilding update, we decided to pull prep at that point. From there, I was like to Tom, look, I just need more food to kind of have brain function so that we can do all these things and go see these houses and make this process happen quicker, because we need to get out of this hotel because we can't keep affording to pay for it. So yeah, a little bit more food went in. I say a little bit. I was eating a fair amount on the side because I was like, I don't want to say stress eating because that sounds like a disorder, but it wasn't. I was stressed and I was tired, and the only way I felt like I was getting more energy was by eating. And it sounds like a fucking really shit excuse, and I really wanted to nail this post-show, but everything that happened externally, I felt it just wasn't really allowing me to do that, right? However, this whole period since moving in here has been nailed, and to be honest, I'm fucking buzzing with how this period of the post-show has gone. Really, really fucking happy. Went and got my bloods tested with Yorkshire Blood Clinic exciting announcement coming soon. That's so bait, but yeah, I'll go deeper into that at the time, when the time comes. Sorry. Got my bloods done. They weren't terrible. They weren't fucking all green. It's post prep. A few things that we need to fix, and we are working on that now. We're going to get my bloods tested again in 6 weeks, or in about 5 weeks now, probably. See where we're at, and then from there we'll be able to go into, well, hopefully go into an off season, or properly into an off season. I am now training alongside Nick Elliott, so I've got a new training partner who is, I'm pretty sure he's a super heavyweight in the UK, top amateur super heavyweight, very, very likely to go pro within the next time he competes. And we've been training together at House of Gains pretty much every session at the moment, which is awesome. Training is flying, and I'm genuinely excited to start filming sessions for YouTube again. I just need to get into the routine of training and enjoying it and just de-stressing. So I wanted to put this video out there to kind of give an update of what's going on. And then over the next week or two, I'm going to start filming the sessions again and start pumping out content properly for this off season. But yeah, that's pretty much an update. Obviously, if there's any questions or anything, drop them in the comments. I'll be active in the comments on this one and kind of go back and forth with you lot if you did have any questions or anything you wanted to go over with me. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. I'm posting stuff on there a lot more frequently than YouTube at the moment. So this YouTube will come back like properly this off season, and I will document the fly on the wall style training videos and all of that good shit. But for now, that's that. I hope everyone is doing well. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in whatever the next video is.